Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here today. My name is Katie Earle. I'm the coordinator of the University Express program, and I work for the Department of Senior Services here in Erie County. And we're joined virtually today with Dr. Sadiq, and we're super excited to have her here. Before we get into her talk, we'll just go over our normal housekeeping things. Apologies if you've heard this a million times, but we do have some new people on here today. So you just heard me say that we are recording this session, and I will try to post it on our website in the coming day or so. And we do have a lot of people in here right now. If you're new, you might think you're the only one, but I promise you there are others. It's just that we're in an anonymous participation mode, so only the doctor and I are able to see the complete list of everybody. And you joined without your video showing and you're muted and can't do anything about that. It's not that you've done anything wrong. Those are just the settings for our program here today. So throughout her talk, if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and put those in the Q&A panel, and we'll try to get to as many as we can in the time that we have here today. So if you're new, you access your Q&A panel likely on the right-hand side of your screen. If you joined from a computer or laptop that popped up, you may just have to expand the panel. You'll see the text box, and you can send your questions right to me. You might also find that in the lower right-hand side of your WebEx screen, there's a question mark with a box. And if you're on a computer, a tablet or smartphone, there we go, poke or touch your screen, you'll bring up your control panel, you'll see a circle with 3 dots, and then you'll access your Q&A. So we hope you participate today. I'd like to thank the sponsors of our program. It's my Department of Senior Services, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York, Excelsior Orthopedics, and Wegmans for everything they do to make this program possible. And please do not hesitate to contact us at Senior Services if you have questions about programs, benefits, or services, or even if you don't know where to start, please give us a call. We're 858-8526. Now I will introduce our speaker to you. Dr. Sadiq is a physician with over 25 years of extensive experience specializing in internal medicine and geriatrics. She is currently president and CEO of Western New York Medical PC, which she founded in 2002. This multi-clinic and multidisciplinary practice focuses on primary care and disease management and prevention. In this practice, she leads a team of physicians and mid-level providers serving throughout Western New York, as well as providing inpatient services at several area hospitals and nursing homes. Dr. Sadiq is also president of Geriatric Associates, LLP, serving as the medical director of acute geriatric service at ECMC. In addition, she is affiliated as volunteer faculty with University at Buffalo and as a preceptor with a physician assistant program at Damon College. She's been recognized by Business First magazine as one of the top 50 medical professionals in the Buffalo area for her contributions to improving healthcare in Western New York. She has been consulted by TV and print media to render her opinion on health and healthcare issues, and we're so appreciative that she's taking the time with us today to speak to you. So, Doctor, the floor is yours. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I don't know, some of you might have heard me before. It's an odd time. I'm not able to see you. That's really a very difficult way to talk to you guys. But first of all, I wanted to say good afternoon, and also I wanted to wish you that you guys are safe wherever you are, and with this in this difficult time of the pandemic, it's not an easy time for us, for you, and for everyone else around. So I'm going to have usually, I don't know whether some of you have heard me. I usually walk around. I'm like an easy speaker, but today I'll just play as you guys are sitting in front of me. So I'm going to, as my favorite topic is food and how we can make our life better with a few simple steps. So I'm going to talk today. I will stress a lot on COVID-19, how we can protect ourselves with doing simple steps. And some are food and some are the general steps, which you have heard multiple times, that how we can do things better and to protect ourselves. So our body has to be strong enough to fight this infection. So how we are going to make our body strong? Simple. If we are weak, we are going to get this virus can attack our body more aggressively, and we are going to get hit with this more, hit will be bad. So we are going to build the defense system within our body. So our defense has to be strong. How we're going to build this defense system? By doing our food better. So what food items are going to help us to fight these viruses, which is coming and are attacking us? Simple. Three things we have to start taking. Either you can mix and match these things, take separate, it's up to you. Three things, you all make a note of it. Number one, everybody knows turmeric. Some people call it turmeric, some people call it turmeric. Everybody knows, but you need to have at least half a teaspoon or 1/5 of a teaspoon or 1/3 of a teaspoon, depends how much you can tolerate. Take that, put 2 to 3 cloves, either you can crush it, those cloves, mix that with turmeric and put it 1 tablespoon of honey. Either you can do it this way or take a good glass of milk or water. Some people cannot tolerate the milk. For those patients, you can take it, you can actually have a water. So these three things which I told, I'm going to repeat it. Clove, 2 or 3 or even 4 clove. If you're doing 2 or 3 cloves, that's fine. 1/4, 1/5, 1/3, how much you can tolerate the turmeric or turmeric, you can take that. The next thing is milk or water and a honey, 1 tablespoon of honey. Let's do those 3 things. Boil it or warm it take a water from the kettle. Take it 2 times a day or 3 times a day as medicine. So food as medicine. You have to take this as you are taking a pill. Trust me, I have been really, seeing patients in the hospital, in the nursing homes, and people are very sick. You get a lot of, we get exposed a lot. So every day, this is my practice, and I feel better. I feel stronger. These 3 things which I told you, honey, turmeric, and clove, they have natural antibiotic. They are natural antibiotics. Make a note of it. They are natural antibiotics. So we need to take these natural antibiotics every single day. Natural antibiotics, we're taking 3 times a day or 2 times a day or 1 time a day, whatever you can, you should do it. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. 3 times is the max, but 1 time minimum, 2 times in moderation. 3 times is really aggressive. If you're feeling a lot of symptoms, take it. That is number 1. Number 2 is this is the antibiotic. You are giving yourself antibiotic. Your body has antibiotic or anti-inflammatory. Then when virus comes, it starts a process and our body start having inflammation. So we take the medicines which fight this inflammation. So before even we take the medication, our body has some food items which are natural without any side effects, and those are ready to take care of that inflammation which is created by this virus or bacteria. Okay. So these are natural. Naturally, it prevents the inflammation. Okay. So next thing is one was preventing the inflammation or treating things as they are in antibiotic. The next is how we are going to build immunity. In other words, immunity it's a kind of the same thing, but certain items food items they don't have that kind of anti-inflammatory properties which honey has or which clove has or turmeric has. They build your immunity overall. They build your defense force overall. They make your body stronger. So what are those items? I'm going to give you 2, 3, 4 of those items, which you also have to add those in your food. So number one on the top of that is almonds. Almonds or walnuts. They are so good, they build your immunity. And as maybe people have heard me before also, I love eggs, and eggs or protein diet. Eggs are easy to eat. 2 eggs every day one can eat, as long as they are organic or they are vegetarian fed hen. So you need to eat the eggs of those hens who are vegetarian, who takes vegetable diet. Then it's okay. Your cholesterol will not have a problem. You will not have a problem with the cholesterol. So 2 eggs, especially these days when you need to have a good, strong body, don't worry about the weight or cholesterol, but you can discuss with your doctor also. Some people have a very high cholesterol, but still vegetarian fed hen or organic eggs will benefit you more than it can raise your cholesterol. The yolk, you have to take the full egg. You can boil the eggs, or you can make a scrambled egg, or you can fry egg without the, I usually do it without oil. I just put it. Either way, 2, or even these days I'm taking 3 eggs at times, because I actually want to be stronger. Whenever I feel little tired, I take an extra egg. I will take extra 2 eggs. So, and I do the same thing for my husband and my other family members. And trust me, their cholesterol is all right. So 2 eggs must, because you need your body to be strong. And then you can add some meat items, carefully meat item, the protein diet. Some people like fish, some people like chicken, or goat meat is the best meat. Goat meat usually has a lower cholesterol than I love the goat meat. I like it. So goat meat is usually my preference, but everybody has their own preference. But adding the protein, not the protein shakes, adding the real protein in the diet, fish, chicken, turkey, whatever the preference of the meat. I want you guys to have some meat every day, especially these days, to build your immunity. They will help us build our system, our blood cells. They will help actually to build our blood count. So we need the protein in our system. Okay, so so far I told you guys almond, walnut, eggs. And then my favorite of all is black seeds. Black seeds, they look like sesame seeds, and they are tasteless. Sometimes you will have some little tingent taste, but usually they are tasteless. So you can take 25 grams of the black seeds every single day. You can add in the same mixture which I told you earlier, to mix that in that same mixture and drink it with milk, or some milk or water, with honey, turmeric, and there was honey, turmeric, and clove. So black seed, you can do even research on Google. There is now oils available of black seeds. You can even take a little bit of oil also, but I rather have the real black seed that's natural. You can see that nobody's mixing up with anything. So one little bit pinch of black seeds every day. So that actually in East, they use these black seeds for centuries. And the myth is that, or the people really believe in it, it happened also, that it helps in improving your health, and it is kind of can help cure a lot of diseases, except death. So it does help a lot to build your immunity, build your it cleans your body. It's really, really very, very important. So we talk about now immunity, and we talked about the how to prevent, how to fight the inflammation. Now, some of the other tips which are not a food related, but for COVID prevention, I would suggest take hot bath, or not very hot, but hot showers are very important. It actually clean you up. If you cannot do that, just take a hot water in a ball and do with the towel. Clean your face more frequently. Clean your arm more frequently. That's what I would suggest. Clean your face and neck and arms more frequently than usual. Take a hot water in the ball, and with the towel just clean it up. That will also help you a lot. But people who can take frequent shower, take frequent shower. Wash, not shower, just wash your face. If you cannot you cannot do like frequent washing, just do it in the ball. So that is a tip which actually can clean it up. Even if you have some viruses on your surface or on your, so water is the best cleanser. It's the best cleanser than Clorox or anything else. So I'm going to suggest that water will wash away the things. Even if we are doing with the sanitizer, you still have a risk of having residue on the surfaces, but with water, you really is going to really wash it away. So I'm going to suggest that everyone start using the water. Now, I have few more other things, which I'm going to beet. This beet comes, this it's a red color, it's a vegetable. I think a lot of people, if they don't know, they can ask me in the questions. Beet actually is very good. You can just steam it and eat it in with your salad. A lot of people use these in the salad. This beet does increase your red blood cell count. So it actually helps to boost your bone marrow. It boosts your bone marrow. So you need to start taking the beet, especially in these days, which is boosting your bone marrow. It's going to, if anyone who has anemia, they can start taking this beet, and that will help in boosting the red blood cell. The reason I think we need these things add to our diet, especially these days in the corona, we need to make us stronger so we can fight this COVID better. What other thing you need to do to make your immunity stronger is that that is sleep. When we sleep, we actually, our system boosts the bone marrow. From bone marrow, we have 3-4 kinds of blood cells coming up: white cells, red cells. In the white cells, then we have a division, we have different category: lymphocytes, monocytes, and the other type, eosinophilocytes. So they are the division of white cells, types of white cells. Lymphocyte is one of the type of white cells which specifically fight the inflammation. So monocyte also does that, but lymphocyte does more. Neutrophils is on the top. So I'm going to just tell you white cells. So what happens when we sleep? Our white cells count goes up, or our sleep actually does help our bone marrow to increase the number of white cells. So we need to increase our white cells. So sleep is very important. Sleep, at least I would suggest minimum 6 hours. Sleep is very important. 8 hours obviously is very good, but 6 hours sleep, you need to get the 6 hours sleeps. And if you sleep between 11 to between 10 to 12, during that time, our system really needs to rest. So between 10 to 12, if we sleep, our body generates dopamine. That dopamine, every day we have a quota for dopamine. Suppose today we were supposed to get dopamine, and dopamine only come when we sleep. So between 10 to 12, between 10 to 12, we need to sleep, at least even for 15 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour. We can get up again, and that's fine. But between those 2 hours, if we give ourselves some rest, close our eyes, turn off our lights, our body generates dopamine. What dopamine does, I'll tell you what dopamine does. Dopamine actually does, it prevents you from dementia, memory problem. It prevents you from Parkinsonism. So we need to have dopamine in our system. So if we do not take, if we lose the dopamine for that day, if we do not if we do not sleep, so we lose that dopamine which we were supposed to get for that day today. Suppose tonight I did not sleep, I lose that which I was supposed to get. So I will go for the tomorrow night. If I continuously doing that, I will have less and less dopamine for my body. So this is where we are seeing a lot of memory problem these days, and we are seeing a lot of Parkinsonism these days, which were there before, but because of this more of media, and we have like late night, we don't are, the generation before, us or older generation, they had this different system. They, their sleeping time was better than our sleeping times. We think the night is for work. So I think we should just, maybe more people should switch back to the daytime work and start early and finish early and sleep early. That is absolutely, absolutely important. So I'm at the dopamine. So some people tell me that, what if I don't get to sleep? Then I have to take the sleeping pill. So I'm going to give you a food item which will help you to sleep. And that is very simple. And that is a banana at night. If you take one banana at night, 10, 15 minutes before, 20 minutes before you go to bed, you will have a good night's sleep, because banana fill up your stomach. And actually, once it's fill up your stomach, your blood is more towards your stomach, and your actually you get you get a better sleep than simply struggling for the sleep and also taking a lot of sleeping medication. I rather first try with food first. And if food doesn't work, then you take the medicine. Obviously, I give medicine to people who the food doesn't work, but food does not work right way. Sometimes you have to take constantly, one day, the second day, the third day, and then your body start getting used to it, and the body will start, you will start seeing the effect. The food will show you slower effect. The medicine, right away you are, but medicine has a lot of side effects. Another item which you need to, it will help you with the sleep is a warm milk, a glass of warm milk. That also is very, very important for your body. It's also going to build the immunity. Milk and eggs are the items which people should have it in their diet all the time. But some people say we cannot tolerate the milk. We have lactose intolerance. They can take the other lactose-free milk, or they can take almond milk. So they can have, there are some alternatives available. Goat milk is another thing which is absolutely phenomenal milk, which I think is very, very good. So whatever milk suits you. So we actually, again, going back, we are talking about how we are going to fight the infection by giving you some food items which can which can fight the infection as antibiotic or anti-inflammatory. And then we are, on the other hand, we are building the immunity. So I told you a few items which can build the immunity. And also I gave you some things which actually, including the sleep, which can help you build your immunity. Sleep is very, very important. And I told you how what are the best time of sleep. Between 10 and 12 is a better time so that you will, any sleep is better, any time is better, but those times are better because we are also gaining dopamine. And once we gain dopamine, we are actually fighting the memory problem. We are fighting the Parkinsonism. So we are fighting. I have a friend who I did not know her sleeping habit. So she is very young and she developed actually Parkinsonism. So she just told me that she developed Parkinsonism. I said, how come you, like, my God, what happened? So I started talking to her. So I said, what was your sleeping pattern? What time you used to sleep? She said, all my life, I was like more of a late sleeper. I used to sleep around 3 a.m. or like 4 a.m., but I will start my day late. So and she otherwise very healthy lady, no problems, no actually other medical problems. This was the only problem. So when I told her that you did not have enough dopamine in your system all these years, so that's what happened. So we need the dopamine in our system. We need how to get what is the treatment of dopamine? What is the treatment of Parkinsonism? Is giving dopamine from outside. That's the treatment. So why not we get natural dopamine without any side effects in our days when we need it and in our future days which are going to come? If we don't have enough dopamine today, eventually we will have a problem. So we need to have enough dopamine in our system. And I gave you a very simple tip how to get the dopamine. Along with that, you will get WBCs, which are our defense force, which are going to fight the infection. So that's very, very important. I wish I can talk. I can hear back what people have the. So
I have a couple of questions, Doctor. Do you want me to go through those quickly?
Yes, why not?
Okay. So the first question I'm seeing is, could you use high quality clove essential oil instead of using the actual clove?
That's a very, very good question. So I tell you one thing. I tell people to live a life of a caveman or cavewoman. The reason I tell them that try to be simple, try to be closer to nature. When I grind things, I have to see that what they have put it in the clove. I don't know who made the clove oil. How is this 100%, or it is how much they have mixed some preservative? What did they do with the oil? If I see the clove, I just take 2-3 cloves and I chew it. I like it. I keep it in my mouth sometime. I have in my office the cloves. I have cardamom in my office. I have all these things in my office. I just keep it during my daytime when I feel tired. I just will put all these things in the hot water. I put it and I chew these things. And trust me, that is better. Cloves oil is much expensive. They will take one clove packet. It will last them for a year and it is $4 or $5. It's not a big deal. this much clove package can last them for, a year, and then it will every day 2, 3, 4, 5 cloves at the most. So I would recommend take the real clove. What is the second question?
Are black seeds the same as chia?
No. Black seeds are not the same as chia seed. Black seeds are literally black color. They are like sesame seed, but of black color. You nowadays, you can even put, they are available in Amazon also, but they are available in any local stores, Pakistani Indian stores. So you can get it. It's like this much package can last you for $4 or $5. This is cost you for $4 or $5, and that can last you for a year. And again, they are selling very expensive capsules of black seeds. I would not recommend that. They are selling like $39 for 30 days supply. I think it's a ripoff. I would not buy it. And then they are also selling the clove oil, black seed oil also. I would not even recommend that. I think it's better. I see the black seed really in front of me, and I pour it. I know it's real stuff. Any other question?
Yeah, we actually have quite a few here, so I can keep asking, or if there's anything else you wanted to say before we move to Q&A, your preference.
Okay. It's okay in between the question. It kind of break the little bit of monotony. Let's take another question, and then I'll go back.
Perfect. This person says, I don't eat meat or dairy. I do get enough protein through beans, nuts, tofu, etc. Is there something else I should be eating instead of the meat and dairy?
Okay, so meat and dairy, you are not, so you take tofu. Lentils are another lentils, different kind of lentils. There is a black color, red color, orange color lentils. So the lentils have also a lot of chickpeas. Chickpeas has a lot of proteins. So chickpeas, lentils, they are known as vegetarian proteins. So they are equally good. I said beet also has, I think lentils are the second best thing you can make lentil soup and then drink it every day. There is one lentil that is of orange color, okay? Orange color lentil. That also is anti-inflammatory. That has anti-inflammatory properties also along with protein in it, because that lentil soup, if anybody is having tonsil problem, the tonsils are big. Trust me, it's a first-hand story. My brother, who was like 5, 6 years old, and he used to get tonsillitis every 15 days or a month. Every month he would get this inflammation because his tonsils were very big. Anything cold or hot will go through the mouth, he will get infection. So most of the ENT would take out those tonsils. But one of the ENT was very different, and he was very holistic. So he said, don't, because tonsils are very important, the pieces of our body piece, and God has made those for a reason. Let's not take them out. So he said every day he should have lentil soup, the orange lentil soup, 3 times a day as a medicine. Trust me, after that, his tonsils kind of subsided. He's like a smaller tonsil. Whenever he would get slight kind of an inflammation or infection, he will take the tonsils, or he will take the lentil soup. So lentil soup cured him without having any surgery. So I'm going to have people add that lentil soup also, especially these days. And orange lentil has the most anti-inflammatory properties than other. Okay, and we can take another question.
Okay, a couple of questions actually about the same thing. So for sleep, was that 10 p.m. to midnight and then get 6 to 8 hours of sleep? Is that correct?
So they can sleep. Usually people sleep at 12 or 1. But if you guys change your sleeping habit, between 10 to 12 is the time when the dopamine comes. So if they are getting these 2 hours sleeps, and then they can add 4 hours, or they can sleep at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. to whatever. So at least 6 hours. So they, even if they are sleeping 11 p.m., but they're still getting 1 hour of dopamine release. When we get the release of dopamine, at least they're getting something out of it. Like when my husband tried to get like some sleep during that 2 hours. So at least we are getting some dopamine. 11 o'clock, 11:30. Sometime I'll get just the tail of it. I'm like getting busy or something comes up. So get some sleep in that time, and then keep, at least 6 hours of sleep. Night sleep is always better than day sleep. Night sleep is always better than day sleep, but you can take some rest in day after lunch. After lunch is good to, you can take, if you have a luxury, take nap after the lunch. That's also very good, but night sleep is much, it's going to build your body is actually regenerating or rejuvenating. Your body, you need to give rest to your body to fight for tomorrow. So you need that rest. All these hormones, all these surges, all the things happen at night. Have you ever seen little children? They sweat a lot at night because that time they are actually, their body is growing. So you will see that a lot of, they will have sweat. So that is, body is growing at night. So body is either regenerating it or resting it or preparing for tomorrow. So night sleep is always better.
Right. Do you want a couple more, or what?
Yeah, let's take the question so that way I can be more interactive. I was missing that part.
I know, I'm sorry, it's so different, but I appreciate you going on this journey with me.
No problem.
Sticking with sleep, please comment on melatonin taken an hour before bedtime. In my case, I use 10 milligrams timed release. I get good results.
Melatonin is definitely, it is always, I mean, it is better than the lot of the heavy stuff, benzodiazepine, this, that. It is much better, melatonin. But try this with the food items which I told you guys. So try with the food. As I said, banana, try that. Okay. And if you can tolerate milk, try that. And also, let me see yes, one more item I almost forgot, but now I come. Pomegranate. If anybody do not understand what that is, it's a fruit, pomegranate. These days you will see a lot of people have, a lot of supermarkets have the juice, but I would say pomegranate, they are little seeds. You can also open it up. You can take those seeds, but you can also make it, suppose this is a pomegranate and you make it softer, like this, soft it, make a hole and suck it up the juice. I do it, and it only come in winter months, pomegranate. And this, you must add this in your diet. I forgot about that. This, how important this is. Pomegranate has, it can help you with multiple diseases, and also the sleep. That's why, because I take it every night, especially in winter. So that's why when I take this, I really have good night's sleep. So pomegranate, I know the next question is going to come, can I take the juice? Obviously you can. If you really cannot crush it, it's a lot of work. You have to cut it, you take these pieces, you have to sort it out, those little seeds. That is a option too, but if you can take the real one, take the real one. And it's only take, another thing is, only take the fruit and things of the season. Let's not take the off-season things. Don't eat off-season things. Like if pomegranate doesn't come in summer, but you will see in the supermarket, it's still sitting there. That pomegranate was stored for for a whole year and then it's coming in the market. It's not good. Off-season things, fruits, don't eat it. Okay. So anybody who has a question on pomegranate, and I can. So going back to melatonin, melatonin is good, but let's try with food first. And as I said earlier, obviously I give medicines when, it's not that I am telling you completely to come off the medication. But we can mix and match. We can try with the food first. If it does work, that's good. If it doesn't work, obviously we'll take the medication. Okay.
Somebody is wondering, do you eat the seeds from the pomegranate?
Yeah, we eat the seed also. That actually is very good for constipation. If you're taking pomegranate and drink the juice, take the seed as it is. The seeds are really good, but people who have Crohn's disease, make sure that all the seedy thing, they are careful with the seeds because you don't want to have not a Crohn's disease, diverticulosis. So the diverticulosis is, that's what I meant. Diverticulosis, make sure that we are very careful with the seedy things.
Okay, thank you. Next thing, what would you suggest for me to take to make my immunity stronger? I'm on a blood thinner and turmeric would affect it. Thank you.
Turmeric it does not affect the way, it does. You can adjust the dose, but what turmeric can benefit you, it's high. If suppose blood thinner dose can be adjusted. But turmeric is a food item. It's not going to harm you. It will not harm you, but you need to keep an eye on your blood tests, how thin your blood is. We can adjust that according to the test.
Good to know. Thank you, doctor. I'm going to apologize in advance because I may be mispronouncing this, but the question is, are all of these suggestions good for all three doshas? If that means anything to you?
Say it again.
Are all of these suggestions good for all three doshas or dashas? Or maybe we have a typo if that doesn't mean anything to you.
Ideally, all three types of, I think I talked about three things in the beginning: honey, turmeric, and that was a clove. So they can write the question again. So maybe you can. I didn't understand what they meant.
Yes, somebody's saying that's Ayurvedic medicine, doshas or dashas. Again, I'm sorry for my mispronunciation that could be throwing this off. But we can come back to that if we get more information. Next person's wondering, will organic turmeric from the grocery store be okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect.
Okay, next question. What type of honey do you recommend?
Okay, honey is a very honey. We should buy the local honey if we possible. So the local honey, the local bees knows they know us, what our problems are. And God has really made these bees very interesting. So usually I have a person who grow the honey at their backyard. So I get it most of the time from them. I try to find a local honey instead of, from the other state or another city. If you can buy from the farmer's market, somebody's doing the honey, that is a better honey. Local honey is better honey.
Okay, thank you. Next question. I like almonds, but heard that I should limit the number to only 9 per day. Is that true?
Yeah, I think that's good. Usually I say 10 almost. Don't. Another thing is we are not going to have everything too much. Moderation. 10, 9, 10 is perfect. Don't do too much. So this, they say usually a bunch of nuts. So you can make a bunch of nuts. So that's fine. Yeah, 9 or 10 is fine.
Good to know. I have far more than that. We'll definitely keep an eye on it from here on out.
Yeah.
The next question I'm seeing is, what are your thoughts on supplements?
The multivitamins?
Maybe.
Yes. So it's very, I usually advise those to people who I actually follow myself. So what, people, this is a more of a, when we take multivitamin, it satisfies us, right? Oh, we have taken multivitamin. That's good. I advise people to take the multivitamins if their diet is not balanced. If their diet is balanced, they don't need the supplement. But if their diet is not balanced, then they need the supplement. So how to balance our diet? Okay, we need vitamin A. We need vitamin A. How can we get vitamin A? We can get from carrots. Okay, how we can get vitamin B12? We can get vitamin B12 from vitamin B12 we can get from spinach, from the green vegetable. Folic acid, where we can get folic acid? We can get folic acid from funnel seeds. Funnel seeds have a lot of folic acid. Okay, when I make my drink every night, I put some funnel seed in it, so I know I need a folic acid. So going back to the egg yolk, people can Google it, read it. Egg yolk has the most of the minerals, the most of the things. I consider egg yolk as a multivitamin myself. So I take egg yolk as multivitamin. But if people are not having if the people who cannot tolerate the eggs, or people are not taking enough, or people are taking not following, they are not regular, then they can take supplements. Vitamin D, we don't get enough sunlight. So obviously we can get only vitamin D if we have sunlight. So for that, a lot of people in Buffalo have low vitamin D levels. So I suggest those people to take vitamin D. And especially in Corona, in the COVID season, I'm telling everyone to have good vitamin D. Tell your doctor to give you at least 5,000 a week vitamin D. That's very, very important. Also, I will suggest talk to your doctor also and take an advice from the doctor. But for a general rule, aspirin is also very good because this COVID is causing the clots. So if we are on aspirin, baby aspirin, prophylactically, that will help. Or if you cannot take that baby aspirin and your doctor, please talk to your doctor before you act on that. But clove can work. Garlic is a blood thinner also. So garlic actually can do also the same thing. It can keep your blood thin, so you will not have the clot. Because this COVID is causing a lot of clot formation. The blood is becoming thick, and the people are actually developing these clots, and that is also causing the deaths. So that blood can be thinned by the food and the water. Keep at least 2 liters of water have 2 liters of water every day. That will, especially in winter season, maybe even more than 2 liters, because we have heat on. So our body is going to be evaporating a lot of water. So we need to have more water. And a garlic clove, 1 garlic clove. And I know the next question they are going to ask is, can we take the pill? You can take the pill. I know garlic is hard thing to take. But if my mom used to take garlic every single day, she will peel 1 clove, she will cut into 2 pieces, and she will take as a pill. But it is still very hard. It's not an easy thing. Garlic is not an easy thing to take. So the way I take is I put it in my lentil soup, lot of garlic, or on my salad, a lot of garlic, or I put garlic in vinegar, that kind of a little bit reduce the taste or smell of garlic. So, but garlic can keep your blood thin. So that is also very, very important. So I have actually given you COVID treatment also along with the diet. I told you anti-inflammatory or antibiotic. I gave you the tip of the honey, the turmeric, and the clove. Then I told you build the immunity. I said almond, eggs, pomegranate, and meat. Then I told you sleep. That's also help the immunity. Then I actually also told you how you are going to keep your blood thin by the water and by the garlic, but you can take aspirin and then vitamin D on the top. A lot of researchers are coming and they are thinking that vitamin D is helpful in the COVID. So vitamin D, talk to your doctor and ask them that if they can prescribe you vitamin D, or you can take over the counter vitamin D. It's just this buffalo, most of the people have low level of vitamin D. So any question here?
Yes, we have a couple about the garlic. So does it have to be raw, or does cooked garlic in your food count?
Okay. Raw is obviously the best, but as I said, it's very, very difficult to take the raw garlic. Even it is hard time. I'm having hard time take that. My mom used to do that. I don't know how she did it. Her total cholesterol was 100 throughout her life. Even at the age of 80, she had her total cholesterol was 100, and she took no medicine for cholesterol, and she was only taking one garlic clove every single day. But I cannot take it that way. So I either put it in lentil or I put it on the salad, whatever way, or I will put it in a vinegar. But the raw garlic effect is the maximum. But if we cannot do it, we have some other way to do it.
Okay, thank you. And doctor, I'm just seeing actually one more question here, so if that's okay.
Yeah, sure,
if anyone else has
sure.
anything, type them in. But what I'm seeing here is, why is dopamine only available between 10 and 12?
That's our body. Our body has nature is very organized. Nature, if you see the nature outside, you see sun comes on a certain time, moon comes on a certain time. Then there is everything. There are now autumn. You will see the leaves are falling. Then in summer, there is everything has time. So nature follows the timetable. Our body has timetable. Certain hormones releases at certain time. Cortisol releases at this time. And then dopamine releases at this time. Then estrogen releases at this time. Progesterone releases at this time. We all women know that what time when we get the estrogen progesterone level, when we are getting about to have a periods, what level of hormones are there, then it goes down. So nature has timing for all the hormones release. That is a natural thing. That is now we did not create it.
Okay, fair enough. And actually, a couple more questions, but they're similar. Do you have any handouts today that mentions the information that you were providing? We have a couple folks asking for that.
I don't know. I don't have as such handout, but I think you have recorded it. They can they can listen again. I know it must be too much information, but I think I repeatedly kind of gave you kind of a few things which can be, you can put it in your diet, and that can be kind of a key things.
Absolutely. And this should be able to be posted to our website maybe tomorrow morning. So if folks want to look tomorrow afternoon or Wednesday, we're at erie.gov/University Express, and on the homepage, you can click on recorded classes. So Doctor, I'm just seeing a handful of comments thanking you. So is there anything else you would like to say before I read these really nice words that people wrote to you?
Yeah, you can read. That will make me happy.
Okay, a little more lifelike. I have, oh my goodness, I have learned so much. Excellent presentation. Thank you so very much for your time and sharing your valuable information. God bless you. I have, I learned so much from this presentation. I cannot believe it. Thank you for your time. And then I'm seeing one more thing. Thank you for all you do for your community as a provider. We really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My conclusion would be, I wish you all the best. Have a safe life. Keep yourself safe. Follow, even you can follow 10% of whatever I told you. It's good enough. 50% good enough. Whatever you can do, little bit to your body, do it. You are the doctor of yourself. You are your own doctor. That's what I tell people. So you know your body. If you are feeling fatigue, if you are feeling tired, if you are feeling different, please do quickly the food item before even you call your doctor, but start doing, taking care of yourself. Take care of, eat and drink and eat healthy and live a good life and be happy. Happiness is very important. So keep yourself happy. Okay? God
All right.
bless
Thank you,
everyone.
doctor. All right.
God
Thank you
bless.
so much. Take
Thank
care.
you. Take care. God bless everyone.